Welcome back to Iowa Live. Lou and Michelle here. We love animals around here. You all realize that. We love the Animal Rescue League of Iowa.
I'm about taking a lot of them home.
We have a home menagerie.
So hard. Fridays are rough.
But Betsy is here from the Animal Rescue League of Iowa, and you brought a little cutie patootie in here.
Sweet. Yeah, so her name is Bubble, and she's about 3 months old.
Bubble.
I love the name.
In 3 months, a little tiny cat for 3 months old, too.
Oh, yeah, she's a little underweight, so we are looking for a foster home to help put on weight.
Okay.
So then she can be ready for adoption.
All right, very calm, which we noticed too. A lot of times you get the little tiny cats and they're a little skittish when they get out around the TV set area, but this one seems very calm.
Yeah, I actually took her home overnight to get a better idea of her personality, and she was very timid at first, but once she realized that I had tuna and treats for her.
Then you were your pal.
Oh, absolutely. We became best friends, and after that, she just hasn't really wanted to leave my lap.
Tuna does that every time.
So there you have it. It's a little insight there. So where can we find Bubble at?
She's going to be at our main location at 5452 Northeast 22nd Street.
All right.
Okay.
Now, how's the cat situation at the Rescue League right now? Because they go in waves. They get really you get a whole bunch of them, and then they calm down a little bit. But there's always cats available, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have started expanding our transport program recently, and we partnered with a couple shelters in Colorado.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so we were able to take some adoptables out to them a couple days ago. So,
nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so our numbers are a little lower right now, still a little high for this time of year.
Right.
But big shout out to those Colorado facilities that decided to take some adoptable cats from us.
Talk a little bit more about that transport program and kind of who you guys work with and how that works.
Sure. So one of our big partners with that is Wayside Waifs down in Kansas City.
Okay.
They are a fairly large shelter that has space open fairly often. So what we do is we have a dedicated cat transport person at our main location. She gets to know all the adoptables and all of our transfer partners and figures out what they need, and then she gets them all on the load and gets them out.
That's awesome. I didn't realize you had to expand like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So doing everything possible to get these animals into homes forever.
Exactly, and we like to use a lot of our long-termer cats on those transports that haven't necessarily found a home yet to get them a different audience to see if maybe their home is out there.
That's awesome.
Very nice. Cause I know we do have another cat that we want to talk about that's up for adoption as well here this morning.
Yeah.
Who else are we talking about here this morning?
So her name is Pat, and she is 3 years old, and she's what I like to call a secret admirer. So she absolutely loves to be around people, but until she gets to know you, she just wants to admire you from afar.
Okay.
Like Bubble, she loves treats. Oh, yes.
All right.
Loves treats, and she's a very operatic singer. She has a very high-pitched, squeaky meow, and it sounds very much like an opera singer when she's talking to you. It's very cute.
Opera Pat.
Opera Pat.
The cat.
She's beautiful.
I love it.
That is cool. All right, and this is at the main location as well, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So just go on over there, folks. If you're looking to add someone to your family, in addition to your family, this is where you want to go. Go to the Animal Rescue League of Iowa.
Exactly. And there's another way that you can kind of help out the organization and enjoy Valentine's Day in a very special way. You have your gourmet apples and
this
a
is a
shoot that we
tradition,
want to talk about.
Oh, yes. Very popular tradition of ours. So we have both human apples and dog apples. So our human apples are $10, and they are dipped in chocolate, dipped in caramel, drizzled with white chocolate. They've got toffee on them. They are amazing. Yeah, there's a picture of them. They are just delicious to bite into.
Yeah, and they're big enough where you could share them with a bunch of different people too. So keep that in mind too, and tell everybody the place that creates these, because this isn't just somebody that just takes them and dips them at home. This is one of the best places in town that creates these.
Yeah, exactly. So Storybook helps us out every single year.
Chocolate Storybook, yeah.
Yeah, Chocolate Storybook helps provide all of the supplies to us, and then all of our volunteers get together at our main location, and it's like a big old assembly line going around the adoption area, everybody dipping apples and sharing stories. It's a wonderful time.
And next week we're going to show you some footage of how they actually create them. It is really a neat system that they have, and just pays dividends here. So you have the human apples, so the apples dedicated to humans, but what about the doggies?
Well, our doggy apples are dipped in peanut butter, and then we take milk bones and we crush them down and we roll them in that as well.
So they have that little topping.
They're just just as beautiful. So talk about, do people need to kind of order these apples ahead of time, get their order in? How does that work?
Sure. So pre-orders are closed for the year. We start them pretty early because of how popular they are.
Okay.
But we do still have some free-range apples that are up for adoption, if you will. Yeah.
Very
so
nice.
feel free to stop in anytime and pick some up, especially this weekend.
That's perfect. Now, something else you're doing, Valentine's Day, getting ready for that in a couple of weeks. What's going on with the Valentine's Day shoot?
Sure. So we're doing something new this year. We have a Valentine's Day shoot for your animals. So you can bring your animal out to the Animal Rescue League from noon to 4 next Saturday, the 8th. And for $10, we will do a photo shoot with your pet or you and your pet. And we do have a couple packages with that. So if you'd like to bump it up to the $20 package, you get a human apple with your photos. And if you bump it up to the $30 package, you get a human apple and a dog apple with your photo.
Oh, that's a win-win all the way
very
around.
nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a fun one.
Everything all ties together, doesn't it?
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in, and we got to give Bubbles a home here.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bubbles a sweetie.
Okay, so if people want to see Bubble in person, where can they go?
They can go to our north location at 5452 Northeast 22nd Street.
And to see all the animals that are available, what's the best place to look on the web?
That's going to be our website, arl-iowa.org.
That's great. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Keep up the
thank you
great
for
work
having
over
us.
there, Betsy.
Animal
course.
Rescue League of Iowa, getting forever homes for pets that really need them. You want to check that out.